Hey guys, how's it going? It's Clarissa with That Dumb Movie Show, and today, of course, I'm here to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and I'm gonna try and do it in as much of a non-spoilery way as possible. First, Guardians of the Galaxy is my absolute favorite Marvel movie by a significant margin. It's just so hilarious and so full of heart, and conceptually it feels like a very tight, complete idea. Like, those characters and that universe fit so well together and make so much sense to me, even though one of them is a talking tree. Getting now to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I feel like it's kind of hard to talk about this film without sounding overly negative, because really all the good stuff in this film comes from the first film and just stuff that's crossed over. But I almost wish they'd gotten a new director for this, because I love James Gunn, and I think he's an incredible director and he has such an incredible depth of imagination. But I just get the vibe from this film that he's almost like, oh wow, they'll let me get away with anything. It's a lot. This film is very much, it just feels like James Gunn has gone back through his notebook from the first film and looked at all the ideas that he couldn't include and gone, oh, I'll couple together something from this. So there's a lot of individually very cool, high concept ideas. I mean, mainly involving slow-mo and 70s classic rock. But for example, the opening credits are maybe the best bit of the entire film, because you're watching this insane action sequence happening in the background while the camera's actually just focusing on little baby Groot just running around doing his business. But you put it all together and it's a little overstimulating, especially because the film splits the narrative into essentially three different parts. You have the main thread, which is Star-Lord meeting his dad, Ego, played by Kurt Russell, and that story actually kind of does Star-Lord a bit of a disservice, because it really plays him down and makes him quite passive, and Chris Pratt just doesn't get to have a lot of fun with that role, considering he was maybe one of the funniest parts of the first film. You could say he's more Han sad than Han Solo now. Then the second strand of the narrative focuses on Nebula and Gamora battling between the fact that they're both worst enemies and also sisters. Awkward. I almost kind of wish that had been the main focus of the film, because I don't know, I think there's a lot of depth in that relationship that could have been explored but wasn't, and it was a little bit of a missed opportunity. And then the third narrative is kind of surprising. They give Yondu this really huge emotional arc, which I think was effective. I was pretty moved by it, but also it did take away a lot of focus from the main Guardians. You know, and that's just another new element, and then you kind of put it all together, and I guess, yeah, it works thematically because it's all about family. You know, family. If you hadn't had enough of family from watching Fate of the Furious. You know, it works that way, but structurally I feel like not so much. All those threads don't really fit together until you get to the very end, and I did think the final action sequence worked brilliantly, and because all the Guardians and all the characters were working together in sync, and it felt very complete again, like the first film. But also my brain was a little bit exhausted by that point. Just a little bit tired. Could have done with a little bit of a nap. But, like, as I said, I know I'm sounding very negative right now, and I really enjoyed this film. I think it is still really fun. It's just that the first film was so perfect, and I just did feel a little bit disappointed. Just a little bit. But if you've had a chance to see Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I would love to know what you guys thought. You can let me know down in the comments below, or you can hit me up on Twitter, details down in that description box. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe so we can hang out and talk about movies. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!